Good afternoon. My name is Mbendulo Mtsetfa. I'm from Eswatini, from the Joint River Basin Authorities. I also report on behalf of the Usutu, the Inkomati Usutu Groundwater Forum. So the topic of the day is strengthening groundwater monitoring in Eswatini through automation and integrated governance. We also have weak monitoring systems, fragmented data, and outdated maps, which all contribute into us having means of strengthening groundwater monitoring. So that is why we need the digitized, integrated national water strategy. So the policy in terms of water governance in Eswatini, we have the Water Act, which covers some aspects on groundwater governance. We have the National Water Policy, the Environmental Management Act. That one slightly touches on, the regulation of water pollution control. And then we have an opportunity, though, to integrate groundwater issues in the ongoing Water Act reviews that we have in Eswatini. So this is an opportunity for us groundwater enthusiasts to try and make sure that we have all these aspects covered in the coming Water Act. So to ensure all that is successful, this is the part of the report, the National Groundwater Monitoring Strategy, which was supported by SADC-GMI and other financial institutions. So this project was facilitated by the Department of Water Affairs and the GRPA as the implementer to help upgrade the groundwater maps, to help improve the hydrogeological zones, and also data capture and storage. So I'll just give a quick overview of the setup in Eswatini. We've got the western part, which is our highfield, going to the east being the lowfield, and we receive more rain in the highfield, as you can see on the other map. And then from the lowfield, we receive low rains, and that's where we have most of our groundwater quality issues. And also considering that it's also a mining belt, so there are lots of mineral deposits that are going on there. So a quick highlight on the hydrogeological setup in Eswatini. As mentioned, you can see that slightly homogeneous setup in the east, which is where most of our water quality in terms of fluorides, TDS, are having some issues, and most of the indicators being the EC, slightly high in those regions. So in terms of potential of water and yield, we have the Mozan group, which slightly provides more yield, about 10 liters per second. And also cover the Karoo group, which provides about 4 liters per second. We also do have the Stegi, which is the Far East as well, which maybe from the rainfall map, we can see it's slightly high. So it also does have a bit of high groundwater yield there. And then we also have our groundwater maps. The first one being the yield. So we can see from the eastern part of the country, we do receive slightly high yield. And our contour map shows us the flow direction, which aligns with the topographic setup of the country as well. And then we also do have water quality and water type maps, which should be updated with the upcoming proposed projects. Again, based on the WHO standards, we can see that the blue part of the map there, we have slightly the western part, the highfield, having a better quality compared to the region that I highlighted as the mining belt. And then all the policies and plans that we have, Eswatini is trying to integrate that information into the Eswatini Monitoring Information System, which will try to centralize our data integrate 24 hydrogeological zones, and future phases of this project will try to also integrate the installation of telemetric systems for near real-time systems. We'll also rely on the offline systems as well. And then this was how the report, or rather the policy was established. Hydro sensors of about 300 boreholes constituting of pumping tests and water quality sampling, and static water levels, which mostly was data from previous research. And then all that will be integrated into the MIS. So this is the dashboard, just for everyone to see the main page. And then we also have this page, which will basically, for now, because we do not have the water level and flows data, specifically the near real time, which should be installed currently, I think about 40, with the support of automation system from the University of Berlin, Germany. We will have the water level systems installed. But for now, we just have an overlay of the maps. This one is the contour map against the fluoride. So you can interchange the parameters there, as you can see. We also have a groundwater resources book for Eswatini, which was recently published by Christoph Lohe and Mr. Mwelase, for anyone who's interested to go through. And then future phases, as mentioned, we hope to install near real-time sensors, which hopefully we can integrate with our surface water. We use the telecontrol net system for our surface water, so we'll try to have that integration for proper comparison. And then we will expand to transboundary aspects as well, Mozambique and South Africa. And we have to update our vulnerability maps. And most importantly, we should ensure that this portal, the MIS, is available to the public so that we can have proper guidelines in terms of where and where not to drill boreholes. And the final phase will constitute of early warning systems, hopefully, to monitor over obstruction, pollution, alarms, and also drought signals. So all this should be fully linked and integrated into the MIS. And then to ensure that we run this system sustainably and efficiently, we have to make sure that we capacitate the people or the responsible institutions through the SOPs, which were also established in the report on how to sample, on how to read our water levels, how to conduct our sequential pumping test, data quality assurance, and also in the future, groundwater modeling, your flow direction, your boundary conditions. Those are the future plans. And also institutional alignment or harmonization, especially Department of Water Affairs, the Joint River Basin Authorities, Eswatini Water Services, and other local governments. So the gist of this presentation basically was trying to solve, or rather the report was trying to solve and also help Eswatini transition from the issues of fragmented data and issues of outdated maps into an integrated system, and also have a national groundwater monitoring strategy, which will be a guideline in the next development phases of the country. Appreciation to these institutions for the continued support, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Questions? No, this is a Friday afternoon. Yeah, please.
Thank you for the presentation. I just want to ask, do you have any information regarding if you have any what's the word? Damages to your existing borehole monitoring system, like vandalization, and how you deal with that?
I think for now, we do have a few monitoring sites, but most of the data comes from, those boreholes that were drilled for the rural community by maybe World Vision or other organizations. So they're not specifically for monitoring, but it's just a water source. Of course, most of which they are not sustainable enough. That is why the project that is proposed, 40 sites, which will be strictly for monitoring, will probably give us a proper idea on how our water system is, and also have the capacity to control all those issues of vandalism and unsustainable management. Thank you so much.